So this is a decloning workshop. The first thing I want to talk about for like 5 minutes here is that the light never created darkness. That's one of the illusions that the dark side gave you. New Age metaphysics teachings, religions, etc. There is no energies that are from the light at churches here on this planet. So if you pray to something in a church or have an icon or whatever, that energy is from the light of the darkness. So everything that the light created, the darkness copied. That's basically what you're dealing with here is a false reality. So the light never created darkness, the darkness never created light. And if the two energies were to be separate, it'd be perfectly fine. You know, we would have a nice life here with light on this planet, light in you and everything else. The alien agenda took over. When, I don't know, but they're here. You can see them in the ship clouds up in the skies, the flat bottom clouds. You've heard about landings and UFOs and crop circles, etc. So this is all new. I mean, not new to any of you here. The main thing is that what you need to realize is that they cloned you. That's what this workshop is about, and I'll prove that. So it's very easy to do. At least I can do that. I live out of time. I'm a light being. I don't deal with time energies. I have to work with them. I have to step out of time. I bilocate all the time, using the word time again. So I'm here and I'm on source energy continuously, back and forth. So I don't live in time. I'm not controlled by time, and I have to understand time in order to help you. My booth is 223. I have a light infusion chamber there, and that light infusion chamber puts light back into your body that these aliens, unwanted universal travelers, took away from you. Remember, you're all created from an alien race of some sort, and they brought you down here, and then you have the controlling DNA inside of you from that race, and that's how they control you. How many in here have seen, for instance, the numbers 1, 2, and 3 all the time, or 11, 11?
Me.
Me, okay. So that is a alien robotic program that's being transmitted to you. So that's the validation that the aliens get when you look at the clock. So if you realize that, gee, I'm looking at this clock and it's saying the same numbers all the time, that's a robotic program, and you're validating that you're hooked up because you're seeing it consistently. The New Age people may say, oh, 1111 is a great number, and they probably have books on 1111 and what each individual sequence is, but it's just all control programs. Okay, so let's, if the darkness, when I talk about that, is strictly almost always aliens that do not have a spirit or soul in their body. If they stayed in their own universe of darkness, and to them it might be light, okay, but wherever they lived, their sandbox, if they stayed there, it'd be perfectly fine. But the main alien agenda is to control you and control them. So people ask me and say, Ron, isn't there good aliens out there? And people sometimes channel aliens. Are they good? Well, they're in duality like you would be, okay, because you're connecting with them. Light cannot come into darkness. So the light realm of true light doesn't know about us here. Only once every 2,000 years when it comes to collect its own light energies. It's light signature. Other than that, you're on your own. Light gives you free will, free choice. Light does not judge. Okay? So that's the main thing that you need to know. There's no judgment in light. If it had judgment, then it would be darkness. And so the light energy does not look around for darkness to get rid of it. It does at ascension time right now. But other than that, this is what you're looking at is strictly having light come into you. And your light is with your spirit. You can never draw anything to you outside of yourself because you're it. So, any questions?
Sir?
Yes?
You have a mic there, but the amplifier doesn't seem to be good. I can't hear you.
Well, let's see.
Still here?
Let's see if we can fix that here. I get a little closer maybe. So I can do a process here right now. Any questions right now from anybody? Yes, this lady here.
This is my first time at one of your lectures, and why are aliens controlling us?
Okay, aliens, number one, they live off your emotional energy. They live off of mind energy. They created mind for you. They created time. And hooked into that is duality. And the duality deals with your emotions, right? Good and bad. Anger, love, all these different things that you have, what you're experiencing. So you always have an up and down situation in your life, right? So they get energy when you're really high, happy, and they also get the same energy, or I won't say the same, but it's still energy when you're on a downward cycle, or maybe being angry or something. So they pull off your emotional energy. They also live off your pain energy. And that's kind of the way it is. So, unfortunately, if you're dealing with the alien energies themselves, somehow you will be connected to what you know nothing about. Remember, what you don't know is going to kill you, basically. What you don't know, you don't know. Yes?
Do you think if we take psychotropic drugs like lithium that balances our mood so that we don't get very happy and we don't get very sad, that we could defeat the aliens in one fell swoop?
Well, if you don't think, I can't talk about drugs.
Ever since I've been on lithium, it's been working out real well for me. The aliens can't do anything.
Okay, yeah, if you don't think, if you don't think,
Yeah,
then they don't have any control over you.
exactly.
Okay? Remember, the aliens gave you mind. The other energy is heart, peace. And in mind energy, you have duality. Okay, so, yes?
I need to understand, do you mean any specific aliens?
What's that again?
Yeah, do you mean any specific aliens?
There's thousands of aliens, okay? You may only know maybe a half a dozen of them by name, okay? So, yes?
What are some of the names?
There's so many, that's, you have the ones that you've probably heard about, the Greys, that's one. I have worked with some of the Greys that were good. Remember, you have to realize that these aliens, some of them were created by light, okay? And just like people on this planet, they chose darkness. You chose to think, right? So each time you think, you're in darkness because you're in judgment. And so judgment actually takes you away from your spirit, and that gets programmed into your body, into your DNA, and you have even more problems. This is what I do, is take you out of that situation. I have clearings to take you out of the judgments that's stored inside of your body. And there's many energetic bodies that you don't see physically, but they cause you problems. I'll do a quick healing for everybody, then we'll do some decloning. So think of an emotional situation that you've encountered. It could be any time, it could be 5 minutes ago, it could be when you're 3 years of age. Just think of something. Everybody have one? Okay,
Yes.
It's gone. And look at it now.
Whoa.
Okay, think of another one. Gone. Okay, think of another one. Gone. Okay, think of another one. Gone. Body relaxing? Okay, because your muscles had stored tensions inside of your muscle structure and other parts of your body, and it's causing you discomfort. You don't know that. Okay, another one. Gone. And another one. Gone. So you're living your storyline. Your storyline is all of your dramas and traumas of this lifetime. That's who you think you are. Let's go out to eat with somebody. They'll start gossiping about something, talking about something, and that's your storyline. So what I have is an emotional clearing. It's $5 times your age. It caps off at $300, and I have a $50 discount at my booth for that. It takes about 20 minutes to do. And you have like your storyline is like 90% released. You can move on.